Greetings, I'm back. Hold on, let me fix my microphone. Back at the chilling spot. I might repeat myself, I don't know where I was exactly in the PT's book, but I don't think it's a big deal. The reason why majority of people on this planet live their life like they do is because they presume that it will all last forever. Their parents, friends, pet, and of course them. In this foreverness, one can while away time doing one silly frivolity, triviality after another. What's the harm, they say? We have all the time in the world, an eternity for nonsense. Looking at them, one gets the feeling they have infinite lifespan. Beings here show no comprehension of their lifespan. No comprehension of the lifespan. Reality of death does not ever really enter their consciousness, or we would do something each and every day to elevate, to ascend, to create an ascension. Yeah, for sure. When it actually happens in their forever little world, it is seen as a trauma, which they usually cannot recover from. Beautiful day at the chilling spot. Beautiful day. It's not very sunny, but it's okay. It's a bit less hot in that case. The sun is still there. See it up there? It's not so hot for now. It's perfect. It's like early in the morning. It's like, what, 9 o'clock now? Yeah, great vibe. Great way to start the day, a bit of a reading in PT's book. That opens up too many questions, like what's after, etc. So best to just behave as if it doesn't exist and carry on with mindless nonsense in Foreverland. In Foreverland. A being who knows that they have limited time here is bound to behave differently, especially if they also know what is at stake if they don't. It will never come. There are too many here who think that if they don't think about the future, ignore it completely, and keep on living just reacting to the momentary happenings within their narrow confines, future will never come. Future will never come. It will never become the present. Thus, so much heads in the sandness about realities like death, afterlife, etc. The next half an hour, there are too many here who believe in doing actions without even considering visualizing the future of the next half an hour, let alone till death or after death, or the many cycles of birth and death. And all of them can seem to figure out why things go so wrong for them. A refusal. Most people refuse to consider the future, short term or long term or full term. Any kind of term. Any kind of term. Still a bit hot. But future always still arrives and become the present. That's true too. Future always arrive and become the present. So why ignore the future if it's meant to arrive one day, you know? I think we should consider it. Consider present, future. Past is more to let go, I think. But you also keep the great experience you had in the past to empower you in the present. That's for sure. But the bad stuff, let it go. The nonsense, let it go. Like, you can change people's mind and stuff. So. It's hard enough to just change your own mindset. Just changing your own, let alone changing others. So yeah, so a refusal becomes the present. Always an unpleasant present when one has not had any consideration for it. Consideration. Consideration, a term now relegated to how one is with others. LotusOcean says consideration is a term which has to be applied first to one's own self. Considering one's own hopeful future, including death and cycle of birth and death, fully being the only way to get out of all hell and unpleasantness. Next, consider. The most important word required for the people of on this planet, it should be in bold letters, replace all signboards, graffiti, ads everywhere, should be C for consider in all school books. Because refusal to consider fully, properly, completely before acting is the source of all ills which plague them. Consider concentric sides. Example, looking at things from all sides and angles before taking any decision. Consider is a full circle in itself. Nothing left out, especially the core issue at hand. To consider is an automatic. To consider is an automatic, natural thing. It's about facts, not just thinking and lies of ego. If one is overriding it for whatever reason, one should know it always leads to hell, pain, and torture. The word no. The word no. The second most important word for the people of this planet. No. After one considers, it is an automatic no to all nonsense. An automatic no to all nonsense. The only way out of the hellish matrix. Only after no to the rest can one say yes to divine. We gotta say no. We gotta say no to the nonsense. That's all. You just say no. You block it. No more nonsense, and you bring more sense with stuff you can feel. Stuff you can feel and not fake stuff. And this world, there's nothing much you can feel. It's all fake. So you gotta bring back the feeling, and that's I think with more divine. Yeah. So no, that's it. I'm switching my page. Concern. Concern a sister word. I'll come back with this one. I'll be back.